Thank you so much for staying tuned to this frequency. I really appreciate you standing by, settling down to really listen to our discussion for today. Yes, last week we had so many reviews, but just to put the record straight, yes, a statement was made to some certain group of persons about them being hoodlums and all that being criminal, which others really countered, saying it's not true. That is to create a balance. So please, come on, give the guy a break. His opinions, his own view, but it was adequately tackled by other guests in the studio saying he wasn't correct about it. All right, I'm not saying that it's those persons that are not really for the struggle. That's what he's talking about, not everyone. So let's get that clear. I've been to the social media. I saw a comment about Barrister Patrick Isekwenu. He made his own point, his own view, but others like Barrister Alao Amin and of course Barrister Robinson Imade countered him, saying not all of those people are criminals. Yes, he said, yes, he's not talking about everybody, but for some people that are really using the opportunity to turn into something else. So let's get that clear. Well, thank you so much for the reviews. Still go back again to our YouTube channel, watch the interview. You get to hear and see what he really said. Watch all the interviews, the reaction. Don't pick on just one part and say this is what a particular person said. No, that's not balancing report. Okay, I'll be getting calls, getting reviews. Watch everything. Listen to other discussants, what they said about the statement made. That was last week. But this is why you are really watching. You are watching. I appreciate you for that. Okay, now back to the discussion for today. Hashtag ENDSARS protest. Many are of the opinion that restructuring is the way forward. What do you feel about that? I was on radio working yesterday. Many calls were coming. We were saying, come and collect your share. Come and collect your share. I was thinking that they were distributing palliatives. Only to discover that some places were broken into. And this time around, not hoodlums, masses. These are masses. Why? Can you place the kind of, the reasoning behind masses going into these warehouses, government warehouse, private warehouse, to go collect food stuff? I mean, food stuff and medical supply. Has it got into that? And it's not only in Edo State, in Delta State, in various states across the countries, you get to see some parts of the masses going out there to get these things. Can restructuring really save this situation? Mind you, it all started with the hashtag ENDSARS and other things that are coming into the struggle. With me here in the studio to talk about this, I have a legal practitioner. Join me to welcome Barrister Emmanuel Obakbolo. Barrister, welcome to TMI Sunday's edition. I appreciate your coming.
Good morning, viewers at home. It's a pleasure being here.
All right. And of course, you get to hear put food on the table. And food were looted yesterday. I mean, join me to welcome Obaraye Osaho, political analyst, political affairs commentators. Obaraye, welcome to TMI Sunday's edition. You keep saying put food on the table, and yesterday people went to break into warehouse to get food.
Since they put it on the table.
Interesting, quite interesting. Now to the issue of restructuring. I want to start off with Obaraye Osaho. It's been on. It's been on for quite a while now. Restructuring is the answer. No, restructuring is not the answer. If you want to restructure, how are you going to restructure? Here we are. We have a protest that started by the hashtag ENDSARS. All of a sudden, Nigerians started asking for other things apart from what they're talking about ENDSARS. Take it up from there.
Yeah, thank you so much. I think I want to first of all clap for those people that took out their time to listen and to also act on what we've been saying. And also for the very just, I commend ITV. I must tell you the truth. You don't really know what people do because you are here. This issue has started since in trying to make people know the difference between good and bad. People have shouted, Obaya. I've been saying give them food. I didn't say give them money. I kept saying it for years. Then now that is what you call me, put food on the table. They thought we were all joking. If the food that were kept in May was given, I'm not sure by the time they go to the warehouse and it's empty, you see them shouting. That is one. I think what has really happened is that, to me, it has put Nigeria in another in the lane of restructuring. Now our leaders now know that truly the youth are not lazy. They now know that sometimes silence is golden. Because these people, they've been there, keeping quiet, watching you people since 1960, same set of leaders. What takes these leaders since 1960 off the stage is death. No other thing. The structure, the political structure of Nigeria, since we got independence, is still the same structure we have to date. Only few ones coming in. And how did they come in? They came in at a very tender age. The age, some of us are no longer in now. Some in their late 20s, some early 30s, few in their 40s. Today, as we speak, you still have them in this same government in their 90s, 80s. Then they keep telling you, the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Don't worry. We heard that in 1983. We heard that in 1993. We heard that again in 2003. We heard it again in 2013. The same person, the same song. And now what happened? Simple thing. ITV2, if you go back to your archives, you also see when we are talking about police brutality. Because it will be so myopic for a man that is hungry, trying to also hustle for food. The next thing, when you tell him police is your friend, the police also start oppressing that same person. They thought we were also joking. When police will arrest some of our friends, or sometimes ancestors, when we try to talk to them as a friend, you see those ones. We still have some very good policemen in all this. I'm sure the internet is flooding now with a DPO from the east. Yes, but when you tell them, you see that ego of nothing that happened on a policeman. When you know that the person that is talking to you is a taxpayer that pays you, no friend. Now the people now said, okay, no need. We are going to Lagos, but let's first support Block Oluku. So the police issue was just a little part of it. Already their intention was already Lagos. But let's play at Oluku. And that, as they were just playing at Oluku, they started spreading. They saw it. It was like a joke. It was the first time the youth were in oneness, no leadership. This one now, there's no with your marshal leading them. And even before he started getting the face, we that have been on the street protesting before, we were relaxing, saying, when we're going to do, but now, they took it from us.
All right.
Well, we are happy.
All right.
Now the government is not telling you, they are this, they are that. To me, government, the youth that started this protest, the peaceful ones, should be giving ON and some MON.
All right. I will come back to you, Obaraye. Well, as a legal practitioner, barrister Emmanuel Obapolo, what do you feel about this? We'll go to the restructuring proper.
Looking at restructuring, first, let us look at the word restructuring. Restructuring, to my mind, simply means the constitutional review strategy aimed at bringing government as close as possible to the people at the grassroots. Then, if that is restructuring, why are our leaders running away from it? Now, let me go as a lawyer, let me also look at the preamble of the Nigerian Constitution. The preamble says, we the people of Nigeria do give to ourselves this Constitution. Meaning, the people of Nigeria are the owners of the Constitution. And that everything that is embedded in the Constitution should be the right of the people. Section 14, subsection 2A of the Constitution says that sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria. And now the same people of Nigeria are calling for restructuring. And the government is shying away from it. Now, I always ask, and I will keep asking, the founders, our forefathers, who came together, the persons like Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, Alhaji Amadu Tafawa Balewa, and others, and the Sultana of Sokoto. Was this their thoughts about Nigeria? Was this their mind about Nigeria? The situation Nigeria finds herself today, the situation that Nigerians are going through, that the leaders are not even interested in hearing what the people are going through. So restructuring, to my mind, is the way out. The government should ensure that they bring government close to the people. Let me tell you, Wilson. They said, yes, in Nigeria we have 3 tiers of government, federal government, state government, and local government. But you and I know, even the local government is not working. The local government, as local as it is not close to the people. It's far from the people. And see the agitation now. The people are telling everybody, the government, that look, we need restructuring. We need this government to be close to us. You are too far from us. Come closer to us so that we will feel the impact of governance. And the government is running away. So the government has no choice, as it stands just now, but to be closer to the people. And until they are closer to the people, this agitation continues.
Alright. The problem right now with some persons in government about restructuring is that they are so afraid that it may lead to disintegration of the entity called Nigeria. That is a thought pattern of some members of the ruling party. What do you feel about that?
Yeah, the best way to explain something to somebody is to give description of what the person sees. I cannot start describing the street or Spain for you when I know both of us have not visited Spain, even if we read it or watch it. But by the time we are there, I cannot tell you if you pass this frequency. So there was a time when this studio was something like a kitchen, very small. I remember, let's say 12, 13 years ago. There was also a time where it emanated to this. And now there's a time now, it has emanated to one of the best I've seen. So it goes to tell you that you build upon what was on ground. The Nigeria we had, not the one we have, then had few population, had few technocrats, very few. That's then maybe out of about 8 million people, you had about less than 100 graduates. Let's say 200, deciding the fate of the rest. Now, my brother, you have a Nigeria of over 200 million persons. More professors, more people, more now. Now, they want to not tell you what you did then, what you did then. We don't like it. The truth must be told, but you know when we keep telling you, no, Abaye, watch your emotions, watch your emotions. Did you see Abaye now? The emotion is everywhere. So you can see it's not just me per se, but the people that are suffering in Nigeria are more. But then there was food. The white men just left. Railway working, light constant. People were even paying their children's school fees from Nigeria in UK. Food, just like the Ghana man will say, when the Ghana man see chicken, go say, Charlie, chicken do pasa. So food was pasa, as the Ghana man will say. But now, my brother, no food anywhere. I'm not, thank God you can see it now. The people went for food. Food, just to eat. Even when they were told the mobile were shooting, police was harassing, people still went just to eat. It goes to tell you, the protest of Lloyd in America, Black Lives Matter, the protesters did not go for after food. They went for their demands to say this is what we want. And the government had them. But in Nigeria, the man has been on the street. There was no looting when the ENDSARS, when the youth was monitoring it. Because you see, they were feeding them. They were cooking.
Yes.
So, because of that food, people leave their home to go and sit down there. Just to eat 1 or 2 square meal. That was what brought them together. Think of it if it was the government that was cooking. If about 4 people, 5 people can come out to say, let's get a cow, a bag of rice for these people today. The government can get 10 cows, 10 bags of rice for the people. Just to tell them, my brother, everything should go down. So it still goes back to the drawing board that the government, what they are scared of is that, which your marshal is so eloquent. If he leaves now and it's no longer in the entity called Nigeria, maybe it's now in one entity called, let's just get ITV state or ITV country. we're going to lose him. So instead of don't know that we might come back again. Look at countries like Russia, countries like Germany. They had what we're having now. But after they went their way, you start looking for your own potential. You must not have everything. Dubai had nothing, just oil. Today they are no longer taking oil. They are thinking about tourism. So if truly you trust yourself of what you have, let the people go. You are Nigeria, my brother. We've done us now. Our kids, if this thing is not, our kids will also go back to the street. They are already aware that we don't need it again. What we need is United States of Nigeria. Not the truth must be told, because truly, I keep telling you, the unifying factor holding Nigeria before it's no longer there. Because me and you, there was a time I said it here, and said, what we are the fact that something will happen to another part or somebody from another part of this country, and the police will just take it as a tea party. Nothing happened. That same thing will happen to another man from another part, and you hear breaking news.
Okay.
Are you getting it out?
Right.
So it goes to tell you that even the people know that even in my country called Nigeria, I am not taken as a Nigerian. Are you getting it now? So if in Nigeria I'm not taken as a Nigerian, why am I here?
Okay.
I get it now.
All right.
Now you can see the Biafra shouting, Afinifere shouting, Middle Belt shouting. People are agitating. Okay. Because if the rulership and leadership of this country really believed in the entity called Nigeria, I'm not sure what has happened today. They will allow it happen. Okay. Just for food.
I will come back to your Barry. I'll come back to your Barry. Get to put food on the table just for food. Now, he mentioned some sects. Though they've been disbanded, those have been proscribed. IPOB, you know, they are doing their thing. They've been warned already. Afenifere also, you get to see segment factors, people agitating. Don't you think it's enough to put fear in the heart of our leaders to really say, for now, restructuring, hold on?
Yes, we see the truth be told. Most of our leaders are so hardened that they are not afraid of anything, because they think that getting power and getting money, they can control the downtroders. And because of the enough money they have and the power that we the people have given to them, they act as if they are superstars. They can turn woman to man and man to woman at any time. And that is why you see the agitation today. That is why you see the cry today. For the segmentation, I want to take a divergent view in the sense that if our leaders do things right, there wouldn't be any need for all of this cry. And why I am saddened the more is that some of these persons, these groups, these various segments we have in the country today, we also have representatives who are at the center. And they are there not representing the people. They are there for their selfish interests. They are there representing their families. Like I always say, for 3-point agenda. Me, myself, and I. Me, my wife, and children. That is what they are representing. They don't care what happens to any other person.
But some of them, they do care.
They don't.
That is why in course of this protest, you're going to see some government officials, very few discreetly supporting this genuine group by giving them food to eat.
The persons who came out, the various governors, the various leaders who came out to say, yes, we agree with the youth, what have they done? Are they just being aware of the situation on ground? Are they just waking up from the right side of their bed to discover that really the people are far from the people, that the people are suffering? A hungry man, they said, is an angry man. And that is why you see the position today. That is why you see the youth coming out to say, look, enough is enough. We are tired. We are tired of everything. And funny enough, pretentiously, the leaders are not saying, you see, we agree with you. So, what are they saying? Are they saying it is only the center that has the problem? The problem of Nigeria today, the cry, the lack of job and lack of food, like my friend here is saying, that put food on the table, the state governors too are involved. It is not just the center. The state governors on their own part, what have they done? We hear of different stories, palliative, defensive measures, this and that we want to do for the people, but we don't see anything. At the end of the day, they will just put money there and give it to their cronies. And you will not hear anything, and nobody is interested. But the people are now saying, look, every of government activity, we are interested in it. We want to know what is going on there. And that is why you must report to us. You must tell us what you are doing. And that is the agitation. And I tell you, the agitation will continue. Whether they believe it or not, the people are not aware of all that they are doing to us. And the government should sit tight and sit right. That is my advice to them.
All right.
And until they do that, the agitation continues.
Sitting tight and, of course, sitting right, because many governors begin to speak in support of the genuine protesters, though it was hijacked by some other elements in the society. But the genuine protesters, they have this passion, this call. Now, talking about restructuring, if restructuring is truly the way out, which aspect do you think the government should focus on? Because according to some person, whenever you get to hear the term restructuring, it's about power blocks, you know, which geopolitical zone gets what, when, or how, and that may lead to instability of the polity. What have to say about that?
Yes, thank you so much. My brother, you see, even our journalists are one of our major problems. Even they need restructuring. You people use big grammar for people that don't understand grammar. That's just it. Some people don't even know the word restructuring. So forget about the word. Say, do things well. Just put it down for them to understand. When you say restructuring, a leader that cannot address what is happening, now he has restructuring. I can't even pronounce it. Then even not acting on the word restructuring. Just tell him, do things well. If you say do things well, even a layman understands what you tell him by saying, do this thing well. This thing, this much when you dey wash, so wash and well. See this place that he did. The person understands. When you tell the person, restructure my car perfectly well, the man will be looking at your car until you go and come. So, because to tell you that our leaders need you people to tell them what they hear. And one of the things they started hearing now is that, oh, the people are wiser. Amechi was the man that saw yesterday. They don't believe saw today. They all saw it. The video is there. He said they will pursue also. He said he knows. Because he already knows, he knew that he has been in government for the past close to 16, 17 years. Nothing for you to show about. During the protest, Mama crowd came to ITV. What did they tell you people? Help us continue this message. If ITV was bad, that day was the day of answer. I'm telling you the truth. That day was the day of answer. You are the one telling you there's something to pick up here. But when they came, they said, Baba, help us, because we know if you say it, they will hear it. So he goes to tell you, if a man is also bad in his community, this was an avenue for some people to also meet that person. You be the one not helping us. So let us use the word do something well. And now how are we going to do something well?
So let's leave restructure and use the word do something well.
Yes, no, okay. Because yes, do something well. And what are they going to do well? My God, it's simple. Just because greed. They should first of all go and check dictionary word, let them open it. Then in their own language, let them know the word greed. Greed now be say, as we see be now, this one work when they do not reach out. Then the next thing you see and say, they here. He did there. He want there everywhere at the same time. You will not be satisfied. If you see egg and bread, you want chop. As you chop, the poor man when they chop rice, you collect from him. The other man when they chop up, you collect from him. You when they chop, you don't first chop your own. So I think by so doing, they will understand. So now, restructuring. How can a senator in Nigeria, in a place where there's no road, where there's no light, be happy that is one of the highest paid senator in the entire world? How can you be happy? So first of all, that is restructuring. How can a governor in a state in Nigeria be collecting security vote where there's no security? That's restructuring. How can a governor, after doing governor for 8 years, now leave with all his pensionable for life? They now also go to Senate and collect another billions. After Senate for 8 years, you see the minister for another 8 years. In a sane society, does that type of man doesn't need we carrying to sit him down to lecture him that when are you not going to enjoy life itself? If you put in over 20-something years of your life in a job. Forget about the money you've gained now. But when are you not going to enjoy life itself, which needs rest? So those things are what restructuring does not really mean. IPOP, go your own. This one, no. All Nigerians should sit tight and do this. Even with the youth, need restructuring. Right. Because look at a peaceful protest ongoing for close to 1 week. The day people from Upper Joy, that was the end.
Okay, hold on now. Hold on. We don't want to start.
You can see
we don't want to start ascribing violence to a particular set in Benin. No, please.
Until we restructure ourselves.
All right.
We should restructure our own self.
All right.
That if I sit down where they are protesting and what they are protesting is like, I've been on the street in Benin when I see a legitimate thing.
Protest. Okay.
I get it down.
All right.
For Bensi, but I will be on when I know that this thing that is being done is wrong.
Thank you, Baraye. Well, we still have some good dudes at Upper, living at Upper, okay? He's just talking about the other ones that are not really in tune with what is happening, tending to get violence with ease, all right? Not all Upper boys are, rugged and, do not obey law and order. Not all of them have some law-abiding Upper guy citizens. So we've just said that. Now, let me come to you. He talked about the jumbo pay pack of leaders in the Senate and, of course, the House of Representatives. Talked about governor's auto security vote. Talked about a particular office holder after being a governor straight to the Senate and all that. Do you think restructuring, or will I use his word now, do things well, should start from that angle?
Yes, I agree with him absolutely. And do you know, Wilson, why a former governor is interested of becoming a senator? It's because they are afraid. They know that the foundation they've laid, if they don't look for position, political offices to occupy, that they themselves, they will suffer it. You can imagine a governor that will not pay salary, a governor that will not pay pensioners, a governor that will embezzle all the money, add his security vote to it, and at the end of the day, at the end of 8 years, he's leaving office. The man himself will be afraid, because he knows that his own security is not guaranteed. Because while in office, he did not do anything to ensure that there is security. Now, what does he need to do? He needs to run to Abuja to hide himself there. And that's why you see them going to the Senate. They are sleeping. Some of them we heard on Facebook, on social media, they call them sleeping senators. They will go there and be sleeping because there is no idea again in the head.
Not all of them. Some of them you saw on social media. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Some of them, that's why no idea in the head. For goodness sake, which idea do our leaders have? If you call some of our leaders today and say, look, as a so person occupying this position, what do you have for the people? It's the same old story they will tell you. The story Obafemi Awolowo told us, they will quote him and give it to you blindly. They blind lift and give it to the people. But you agree with me that times are not different. Things are changing. Technology has evolved. You have science here. You have so many things. And people are now being aware. If the way information was spread in 1980 is not the same way if information is moving today. And so the people are now saying, we are now more informed than we were in 1980. So our leaders give us this. Do this for that, for us. Do that for... We'll see, when I was growing up as a child, on the street, you will see tap. When after playing football, I would just go to any of the tap and drink water. Today, no tap. And yet, you see, they have Ministry of Water Resources. Who are the persons there? They allocate budget to it, they embezzle it. Are you getting me? Electricity, you provide electricity for yourself. A good road, no good road. And what they do, they'll go and get sophisticated cars and tell you we can just move on it and nothing will happen. And really, they are enjoying themselves. And that is why a former governor, like I did say, we leave his position as a governor, will be vying for House of Rep or will be vying for Senate. And from there, they will give him minister, and from there, they will make him a board chairman. That is what we see. For goodness sake, what time does such a person has to rest? I want to believe that after working for some years, that you need to rest. And that is the reason why we have retirement age. That you retire and rest. But in this Nigeria, in our society today, there is nothing like retirement age. Even in the grave, some persons want to still work. They want to occupy positions because what they have amassed, and you know what? Yeah. Nature has a way of punishing them back. Their children will waste all of this. Some of us and our children will come and take it over from them, whether they believe it or not.
All right, all right, all right. Let's leave the kids out of this, okay? Let's leave their children out of it. We're talking about our government right now because the kids may not even know what is going on. They're just going to school trying to eke out a living for themselves. Now, Barry, we're talking about politicians, the federal level, Senate, reps, and the rest of them. Now, let's take a look at each state because these are incidents reported in various states of the Federation. Do you think that states also in Nigeria needs restructuring? If yes, in what aspect?
My brother, we see your matter, the entire person. I just told you restructuring starts even we. That's why I went to even we individual.
Yes.
States. I use governors again, citing examples as governors. So you go to state. Look at what happened in Edo. I'm not somebody that I don't like castigating somebody, but when you do something wrong, the truth must be told. My heart bled when I saw that we still had food kept somewhere. I would have denied for Edo. But when I saw it, I was ashamed. To say, why will you keep it? No, there should be no excuse about it. Indomie cannot last you for 1 year. So if Indomie was bought in March, if I don't leave you on time, March is already closed. So why was the food there? Same with bag of fries. There's expiry date in all of this.
But it's also for exigencies.
No, exigency not for
COVID-19 to share.
For food you eat immediately. That's for exigency. Exigency is for grain. What you want to plant. I might not be an agri student, but I understand that. Exigency, I will not my rice for this Sunday. I will say for exigency, I'll keep it in next week Sunday. In Nigeria, where the large factor is. I get it. So the truth, what I also expected from was, we are sorry. Do you know, also pride has entered our leaders. That they believe nothing will happen. But I'm sure this one now has now humbled all of them. I've never seen our government talking to people every day like this before. For the past close to 15 days now, there is no day you don't hear the government. I'm not talking about the federal now, because I'm not sure we have anybody.
You're talking about the states.
The state now.
Okay.
There is no day you don't hear.
Because we have somebody in the federal, he has already addressed the nation. Let's leave it at that. So let's continue, please. The states. Why? We don't want to talk about that right now. Just continue with the states.
There was no address, sir. There was no address.
There was an address.
There was a letter read. That's no address. Each state as we speak, either you hear curfew, 24 hours, or curfew reduced, but it's just, they are talking. Yeah. It goes to show that people are doing something.
Okay.
Before this time, nobody talks to you. Nobody listens to you. I get it now. Now they now know the youth. Because this one, nobody is telling his politics again. No. There's no APC and PDP here. When it comes to protest, everybody you see in the feed, 80% non-politicians. 80% of them are people that don't believe in politics. What they believe in good governance. And they didn't see it. So they are asking. Now, it's not only APC states now that is trending. Lagos, that is APC state, saw the worst hit. Calabar, that the governor, and we are even saying the governor did best, saw the worst hit again yesterday. Edo, same thing, Delta. It's going, especially like wildfire. So it goes to tell you that when the people are determined, the broom story, when you put the broom together, nobody breaks it. That is why it's hard to stop. If they had a leader that who is leading this protest is Wilson Marshall, the government will just call. Don't you need a way? Don't you need a ministerial position? He will think, well, I need to go talk to the people and come back. The next thing you hear the man telling you, cool temper. Nobody is telling them to cool temper now. They want to hear from the government that they are protesting for. So it goes to tell you, the people have risen and are waiting from just number. And no time when Martin wake up, when not be daybreak for. So the youth, they woke up. Now we, the politicians, now we are happy to say, go, because this is what we'll be shouting. What is the way out? Simple. Very simple. All of them, the government should apologize openly. The newspaper, print media, everywhere to say we are sorry. Now we promise. Thank God we have 66 or 67 days to the end of this year. Give us these 66, 67 days to put all what you've told us into one place.
All right.
Then we promise that on the 1st of January 2021, you will see when we start implementing.
All right.
Then immediately, the Ministry of Youth should not be anybody that is less than 40 years. We don't have anybody in this cabinet that is less than 40 years.
All right.
So the youth knows that there is no representative anywhere.
Okay, Obaraye. All right. Thank you so much. And that is your last line because we have other discussion to really come throw light into this particular topic. Barrister Ibano Bakbalo, your last line on this discussion, please.
Just like my friend here said, I am made to understand that there is a magic word that heals wound, and that word is I am sorry. As little as it is. And that is what I expect from the government. And also, I took time to listen to the president keenly. I am disappointed at the
Because you had time.
I am disappointed.
Why would you be disappointed? He spoke to the country.
He did not address the issues on ground.
He addressed the issue because he talked about the protest.
We see, don't defend the
giving that to really cushion the effect of what is really going
on. We see, don't defend
this leader. He said justice will be served. That's what he said. So
you know what I expected from the president?
Yes,
I expected him to immediately reduce the price of fuel, because he woke up one morning and increased the price of fuel. First, to show that they are really remorse, to show that they want to change. I am afraid they are not ready to change. They think they can keep deceiving the people, but the wind of restructuring is blowing.
All right, thank you so much for your wonderful opinion. Whatever they say here is the opinion. It has nothing to do with ITV. All right, but rest assured that the presidency and its cabinet members, they are doing everything possible to make sure that this kind of situation doesn't arise. As per the address, yes, he talked about various issues bordering on the protest. He said what he has to say, and let's see if it's going to match word with action. That is what Nigerian youths are clamoring for. Obaraye, thank you so much for coming on today's show. And of course, Barrister Emmanuel Bakbalo, thank you for coming on today's show.
You need the structuring. Listen, you need the structuring. Start with you structure yourself.
Anyway, we all need restructuring. We all need restructuring. We'll be right back after this break. Don't go anywhere.